Hello, this is Dave Kirwin with the Kirwin Group Home Inspection Company. I'm going to try to help the people selling homes in Minneapolis avoid having a re-inspection done. And two of the most common items that we end up writing up on our reports are missing smoke detectors or missing carbon monoxide detectors. In Minneapolis, you are required to have a smoke detector on each level of the home. Second floor, first floor, basement. Each level of the home has to have one smoke detector. It can be hardwired, can be a battery style, that doesn't matter. The location is a little tricky though. They need to be on the ceiling, and if it's going to be on the ceiling, it has to be at least 12 inches from the wall. So not tucked too tight into that intersection between the wall and the ceiling, but at least 12 inches away from the wall or greater. So anywhere out in the room is just fine. Just don't tuck that thing too close into the corner there. Then if you wanted to put it on the wall, that's okay, but it gets a little bit trickier in where that goes. It needs to be more than 6 inches down, but not more than 12 inches down. So somewhere in that band, so pretty specifically right about there is where that smoke detector is going to work if you put it on the wall. So again, one smoke detector on each level of the house. Battery powered, hardwired, doesn't matter, but the location does matter a bit. Then the second requirement are carbon monoxide detectors. You need to have one of those within 10 feet of each bedroom door, not inside the bedrooms, but in that hallway within 10 feet of each bedroom door. And those CO detectors can be plugged into an outlet, or they can be the battery powered style, doesn't matter. And the location vertically is not important. It can be on the ceiling, it can be up high on the wall, it can be down low on the wall, as long as horizontally it's within 10 feet of each bedroom. And that's each bedroom. If there's one on the second floor or two on the first floor and one in the basement, you'll need to have a CO detector near each one of those bedrooms. So if you could take care of those two items, the smoke detectors and the carbon monoxide detectors, if those are installed correctly, you'll be able to avoid the two most common items that get written up in Truth in Housing reports as a required repair, which triggers a re-inspection. So if you can take care of those things, we can possibly avoid that re-inspection process. If you have any other specific questions about where to put smoke detectors or CO detectors, you can call me, 612-991-1546. Here's a good example of a jumper cable that has been installed across the water meter. The copper wire is a number 6 bare copper wire that has been clamped to the pipe both above and below the water meter. Those heavy-duty clamps cost about $1 or $2. The wire might cost $1. So all total, that's probably a $4 or $5 repair. Pretty quick, easy, simple jumper cable across the water meter. If you've got a GFI outlet, it does have to trip properly. So if you've got one that will not trip and will not reset, it will need to be replaced. This particular outlet is working just fine. Here's an older style bathtub that has the spout down in the bathtub below the spill line of the tub. And when you've got that set up, that's going to need to be fixed. That faucet's going to need to be raised up so that the point of discharge is 1 inch above the spill line of the tub. So in this case, that would need to be raised about 6 or 8 inches. Or that spout can be replaced with another style, maybe a gooseneck style that comes up and then back down. But again, the point of discharge needs to be up above the spill line of the tub, can't be down in the tub like this one here is. Or backflow preventers can be installed on the pipes that feed the water to that faucet. And that's also sometimes an option. So one way or another, that spout will need to be modified, relocated, or replaced, or have backflow preventers installed on the tubing that supplies the water to that faucet. Here's a laundry tub faucet. It's the type that you can connect a hose to. Some will have fine machine threads that a hose will not connect to, but if yours is the style of threads that you could connect a hose to, you'll then need a backflow preventer, and that's this device here. These are about $5 at Home Depot, and they just screw on very simply by hand, and that's it. So if you've got a faucet that could have a hose connected to it, then you will need a backflow preventer. And they're, like I said, about $5 at Home Depot. Take about 2 minutes to install, and that's it. So if you're in the city of Minneapolis and you can connect a hose to your faucet, you'll need a backflow preventer. If you have a different style of thread or no thread at all, then you won't need one of those. But this is the style of connector that needs to be connected to those faucets that could have a hose attached to them. And finally, every outside faucet is going to need a backflow preventer installed onto the threads, unless it's this style of faucet. If it's got a cap, a disc on the top here, that's a built-in backflow preventer. So this particular faucet does not need a backflow preventer, but every other outside faucet that doesn't have one of these will need a backflow preventer installed.